I'm out here at North Greenville University up here in Tigerville, South Carolina. Been a while since I've been up here. I actually played this course about a year and a half ago. It's the only time I played it. It's a 9-hole course. Used to be a student here back in the 80s, but this is a whole lot different campus than it used to be. But anyway, so hole 1 is a par 3, 237 feet, right down this tunnel here. The part over here next to the tennis courts is OB. So you gotta kind of have to stay in the grassy areas. I don't know. I've got some wind out here, so I'm gonna give the millet a run, and I may actually try to get up and around. So let's see what we can do with this. Oh, come back. All right, so that fell right in the middle. We'll see what I can do to get up close. All right, got about 127 feet left. I'm actually gonna step on this side of the tree and just try to get this fierce close. All right, I should have a putt. Try to at least save par. All right, take the judge. I do have a little bit of wind at me, so it's not gonna be a gimme, but let's get it in there. I'll take it for par. All right, so hole 2 is 285 feet, so that's further than I can throw. It's par 3, but it's up here on the hill. You do kind of have a drop off on both sides of the hill, so I'm just going to take the wave and see if I can at least get up someplace close where I can pitch up for a par. Now sit. All right, I'll take that. All right, I got about 70 feet left. Since I do have the hill and I'm not sure what's going to do, I'm going to take the Alpus, see if it'll land without rolling away for me. Yeah, that scooted right next to the basket. All right, tap in for par. All right, so hole 3 is also a par 3. It's 291 feet. Almost straight ahead, you'll see the kind of a tall yellow and red tree. To the right of that is a little gap, and that's where the basket sits off in that gap. So we have to go up over the hill and then fade down into that gap. Again, this is further than I can throw. I'm going to try this function. I haven't thrown it very much, but see what I can do with it. I think that looks pretty good. All right. Okay, so I left myself about 70 feet. That was a really good drive, actually, for me, especially with it being a blind shot. I'm going to take this other fierce, see if I can kind of snug it up close. That will play. All right, let's get the judge for a par. It'll work. For hole 4, this is a tricky little hole. It's about 243 feet. You have to go through this gap and then start hyzering. You have to go up over that berm, and to the left is where the pin placement is. It used to be more of a difficult hole before that tree got felled. So basically I just want to push through, and as soon as I get past those trees, I want it to start fading out. So see what we can do. I'm going to throw the millet. All right, that may have had too high of a fade, but I should still have a shot in to try to get par. All right. The good thing about this was I actually cleared past the berm, so now it's just a straight shot in, probably 25 feet. Let's just see if I can get this Alpus close. Yep. I'm going to keep taking pars because when I get to hole number 6, it's not going to look good. All right, hole number 5 is kind of the signature hole here at North Greenville. It is only, what, 270 feet? I say only, it's a par 3, but there is an island green up there. So you have to make it land in the island green. Otherwise, you're going to have to come back to the drop zone for your next shot, and it'll be a penalty shot. So see if I can get the wave to land up in the island. I think I may have rolled up there. All right, as you can see, I barely skipped into the island. You see the flag up behind the basket, so the wind is kicking out pretty good here. I'm just going to try to hit that rock and drop and get my little par save here. All right, let's see what we can do. All right, so this is a hole number 6. This is a difficult one. Actually, the two buildings, they used to be side by side with a double mando, so you had to go down, lay up, and then shoot the gap between the buildings. Now you just have to go down and around. You see 4 trees over there. Right past the 4th tree is where the basket is, but you have to go around the buildings as a mando. And this is a par 4. Yeah, we'll see. All right, just gonna, again, take the wave, see how far I can get down there. All right, she hyzered way out. All right, so on a good note, I made it past the mando so I can shoot straight through. On the bad note, we got a really, really strong crossing headwind. I'm gonna try the evolution function again, see if I can get up and around there. All right, that went lower than I wanted, but it went straight. All right, so technically, I think you're supposed to go to the left of the trees on your second shot because there is a pathway that will lead to the basket. I'm gonna try this little storm and see if I can just kind of hyzer it in there close. Still have to go to the 4th tree, so let's see. I'm thinking that should probably play. All right, so that definitely did play. So a par on this hole, I am really not upset about. All right, so hole number 7, again, par 3, about 270 feet down, pretty much dead straight. I'm really liking the way this evolution function is playing, so I think I'm gonna give it a try. Again, it's straight up there on top of that little hill on the edge of the field. So see what we can do. Yeah, there you go, fade, fade, fade. All right, probably an obstructed putt, but I've got a putt. All right, so I threw this one about 260, so I've got about 15 feet in-ish. should I run it or should I play it up safe for par? I think I'm just going to play it safe. Let's take the Alpus. That'll work. All right, for par. Tell you what, it is turning into a beautiful day out here. Hole number 8, 450 feet. Gotta go up and over that berm there. All the way down there you see kind of a brighter pathway where the sun has lit it up. That's where the basket is, I believe. Par 4, so I'm gonna take the wave and just try to get it down there. I'd like to be on top of the hill so I have a throw in, but we'll see what I can do. All right, that skipped to the bottom of the hill, so I'm gonna have a major hyzer going in, but I can throw that Swarm or the Passion, try to get that hyzer in, so we'll see if I can get close for birdie or par. All right, not the best camera view for you, but I wanted you to kind of be able to see where I want to try to go to, so I'm gonna take the Passion, see if I can get up and around. That should play. All right, so I can try to do a little anhyzer around, or I do have a small gap here. I think I'm actually going to try to kneel and hit this gap, see what happens. Little tree skip never hurt anybody. All right, finish it off with the judge. All right, so the sign says it's a par 3 or a rec par 4, but UDisc is showing it just as a par 3, but it's 387 feet. I can't see the basket. I'm not sure where it's at. According to the sign, it is somewhere across that road, and it may be up over that other berm. I don't know. But 387, it's a punch for me anyway. I'll be lucky if I can get there in 2. So just going to throw the wave and see what I can do. Oh yeah, nice skip and roll. We'll see if I can see the basket from there. All right, so I kept looking for the basket, and according to the sign, it should have been over there somewhere. About where that white rock is where the old basket used to be, but I couldn't find it. But as I was walking back to my shot, I was just going to throw to that rock. As you turn around and you look, there's the basket. So they've moved it up and around from where you throw over there to throwing over here. So now that the basket's back here, I probably still would have thrown the wave as far as I could anyway. I'm just going to try to get close to the basket. I'm still going to play this par 3. Oh, but I got a strong headwind, so let's see what happens with this. All right, we should be able to get in for 3 from there. All right, see if we can get in for a par 3. I'll take it. All right, so that was 9 holes out here at North Greenville. Beautiful course. Like I said, it's been about 15 months since I had played out here. The only major change was moving those 2 barns so you don't have to go between them, and then moving old hole number 9. They really need to change it up in UDisc and on their signage. But listen, I played, if I'm not mistaken, I played an even round. So I will definitely take that out here, especially for a course I haven't played in over a year. Hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. Again, I'm not sure where I'm going to be for the next round, but if If you have any suggestions, drop me a comment down below. If you want to go play at a course with me, drop a comment down below. Also, as always, please like and subscribe and tell your friends about this channel. Again, I'm just an MA4, MA50, just out here having fun, and I hope you're enjoying the content as well. So, until next time, I'll catch you in the next round.